everyone, Miss Carrie here from Miss Carrie's Creations. Today I'm creating another page for our Disney album using a fall kit from Not Just for Boys Kit Club. I'm going to be using a few components from the Naturalist Kit today. This is the October Limitless Kit that is packed full of some beautiful fall items. I shared all of the elements that come in this kit in a previous video. If you missed it, I will add a link above for you to watch later. Today, I am recording some memories from Epcot. My husband and I were fascinated by the indoor greenhouses and how they grew various plants. We rode the ride multiple times because there was so much to see. From the kit, I'm going to be using this striped pattern from Pink Fresh, which has some great fun theme park colors in it. And I'll be using this polka dot pattern in a deep green to bring out the colors of the plants. I've also grabbed the ephemera pack and letter stickers and these acrylic circles that say Learn, Bloom, Grow, because I feel like one or two of these might fit the page. I may also bring in a few of my theme park embellishments to this page, but I haven't quite decided on what yet. I have cut down the striped pattern to 8.5 by 11 to fit our vacation album, and I've layered a piece of green polka dot over the top, which I've sanded and added some stitching to. I've also adhered a pocket to the back so that I can add a journaling card there. I'm going to bring in the Lace Circles cardstock cut. This allows me to bring in some more circle shapes that match those Mickey heads in two of the photos. In these circles, I'm going to place the acrylic shapes that say Learn, Bloom, and Grow. I'm going to lay two of these on the page near the stripes that are the same color, and then I'll place a circle with a title phrase in a neutral color near all of these shapes. I want to bring more color to the right side of the page, so I'm going to add a few frames from the ephemera pack. One is a yellow piece that I had left over from the last page I made, and I'm going to layer it behind a green one. Over the two of these, I'm adding a neutral color tag that says Natural Wonders, and this brings another neutral element to the page. I'm going to adhere a few of these items down real quick so that I can get some other elements on the page. The ride we went on is called Living with the Land, and it's designed to teach you how food production has taken place over the centuries. I grew up on a farm, so not much of this was new to me until we arrived in the above-ground gardens. It was so interesting to see how fruit, vegetables, and flowers were being grown with little or no soil. I took lots of photos and we rode the ride again so that I could get some more because I wanted to implement a few of the ideas in my own garden. So right now I have two neutral elements on the page and I want to bring in a third. So I'm going to do that with a little tab at the top. This is going to be connected to my journaling card, which will pull up from behind the photo. At this point, I'm feeling like this page is a bit on the simple side, so I thought to myself, a garden page needs some foliage. Using some dies, I cut some scraps of pattern paper that came in the kit, and I'm going to add these next to the photos. The color looks a lot like the lettuce leaves in the lower photo, and the flowers are bringing in some more of the pink color. I started adding the leaves and the flowers at the top of the page, but it felt off balance. So I tried to add some to the title area. And as I began moving items around, I realized that those circles looked a lot like the Mickey trellis in the photo. So I decided to place the flowers up the side of that circle to make it look like they were growing up the trellis. This helps to connect those acrylic circles to the title, and it brought a little bit of dimension to that side of the page. So now the right side of the page is feeling unbalanced, so I want to bring in a few more frames. I'm going to cut these apart and create a colorful border over here on the side. I did have to pry up the photos a bit to get these in, but I like how it looks when it's complete. On the tab at the top, I'm adding a sticker from my theme park collection that says, Bring on the Magic. This is forming a nice visual triangle with the yellow grow circle and the yellow frame on the right. I'm going to add a few more elements to this page, and then I'm going to go off camera and add some stitching details, and I'll show you the finished layout. So I took a few hours to think about the layout, and I realized that it really didn't need any stitching. What it needed was some details added to those flowers. So I used a die to cut some leaves, and I tucked them in place. Then I added some white acrylic dots in the center of the flowers. I also added a few of those acrylic dots around the page in the white areas of the pattern so that it brought some dimension to the layout without changing any of the stripes. After adding that bit of green, I decided that I needed a green tag above the journal tab, and I ended up adding a tan one also. And then I decided to bring in some puffy sticker letters and add the word Epcot in the lower right corner. I made this tone on tone so that it blended in and didn't add any more color to the page, but it could be seen by someone who might be thumbing through the album and wondering what this page was about. I'm going to share a few close-ups of this layout so that you can see it in a little bit more detail. This page was created to record one of the adventures in Epcot, and I like how it turned out. The little circle elements on this page remind me of the hidden icons you see all over the parks, and the colors go well with the theme of the photos. Even though this kit is designed as a fall kit, there are so many great patterns in it that you can use for your non-fall themed layouts. If you are one who enjoys pinning to inspiration boards, I have added photos of this layout on the Not Just for Boys Kit Club blog, in the Not Just for Boys Kit Club community on Facebook, and on my website for you to use. I want to thank you for joining me for another scrapbook project. I hope this gave you a few ideas for using this new October kit and inspired you to try something new. If you have any questions about the project or the supplies I used, feel free to post those in the comments. I hope that you have a wonderful week, and I can't wait to see what you create.